People are freaking out over my schedule. This is it, just from Monday.
Ryan Serhant, everyone's favorite real estate agent, of course.
My friend is a real estate agent.
Good.
And she told me a secret.
What's the secret? What is that?
Sell me this pen. Okay.
Nice. So he had an overlying message, which was play the long game and look after the client and do the right thing. Interesting skit. I like this guy.
The number one mistake new salespeople make in selling.
Here we go. Agents, welcome to the Get Keen podcast, your number one destination for learning how to get the most out of your real estate career. I'm Dan Lee, founder of Plum Property, one of Queensland's largest independent real estate offices, and Plum Partners, where we've helped dozens of agents create, run, and grow their very own agencies. On Get Keen, I chat to high-performing agents, principals, and agency owners, so you have the tools, strategies, and insights to grow your business and live the best life for yourself and your family. Now let's get keen. Special reactions episode. My producers love putting me through this. Let's watch some videos on TikTok and Instagram of influencers and just other interesting stuff and see what they've got to say.
People are freaking out over my schedule. This is it, just from Monday.
Ryan Serhant, everyone's favorite real estate agent, of course. His schedule, I've seen this at a recent talk in ARIC. It is hectic. Let's have a look.
I put it in stories, just didn't think, and then what? Craziness. I look at my schedule and I'm like, I didn't get enough done today. My number one goal isn't to be successful. My number one goal is to be happy. If being really, really busy makes me happy, that's what's great for me. Now, I also have this 1,000-minute rule that everyone's diving into. That's how I think about my time. Harvard Business Review did a whole case study on it. It's right here. But I break down my day into 1,440 minutes. You get about 1,000 minutes to be productive. Some people have more, some people have less. Everyone's different. I'm very disciplined. I lean on discipline incredibly hard. Like, I don't know if I'm that talented, but I know that I work really, really hard, and that hard work trumps talent when talent doesn't work hard. And I know that I will outthink, outwork, and outmaneuver everybody around me because I will have a disciplined schedule. And I also have great people around me.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing for any successful person, but definitely in real estate. I know real estate. I've been in it my whole working career, and, you know, not only does he have the personality that is just super infectious, but he's just obviously super, super hardworking, shows up every day, feels guilty about any time wastage, and utilizes every minute of every day to his maximum potential. And that's how you get success like his. Great advice from the man, Ryan Serhant. All right, number 2, here we go.
My friend is a real estate agent.
Good.
And she told me a secret.
What's the secret?
One real estate agent
What is that? Product, pledge, floor glass. Never heard of it.
trying to sell your home. They do this trick with laminate
Okay.
and wooden
Your friend's a real estate agent and does that, so your friend goes around mopping all the floors. You should just tell your owners to do it.
floors to make them scratch-free and looking new.
Looks pretty good.
Wait 30 min.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Looks pretty good. Never heard of that product. Don't know if we can get it in Australia, but your friend mopping floors like that, is she a real estate agent or a cleaner? All right, number 3.
What is your name and what do you do?
My name's Josh Teslin. I'm the owner of
Josh
Ray White
Teslin.
Quakers Hill,
Here we go.
number one agent in Australia, and I wrote $7.36 million last year in commission.
Oh, that's pretty good. He loved telling us.
How would you advise Australians to afford to buy property with the rising interest rates?
If you save long term, get a deposit, purchase, renting at the moment can be quite tough.
Nice.
Safety and security is in property.
What's the best type of property for a first home buyer to look for?
A unit, something that's close to amenities. If you want something first home buyer where you can break into the market,
Yeah.
a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom,
What's the worst piece of advice when it comes to real estate that you've heard of before?
wait for the market to drop.
I'd agree with that. And probably for most markets are almost manipulated to make you think one thing and then the opposite thing happens. It especially, I mean, I'm just reflecting on my times trying to trade shares, which I'll never do again because whatever I think's going to happen doesn't happen. So happens with property as well. All right, number 4.
Sell me this pen. Okay, do you want or need a pen? Nope. And that's why you have to convince me to buy it. So let me get this straight. You want me to sell you something that you don't want? If you want to work here, it's called sales. That's not how I do sales. What do you mean? The reason why I'm going to be the number one salesperson at your company is not because I'm going to convince people to buy something they don't want. Okay? What's the reason? Rather, I'm gonna find people that want a pen and then convince them that your company's pen is the best pen for them, assuming it is. How's that better? Because they'll be so happy with their purchase, not resentful that I con them into buying something they don't want or need, that they're gonna refer me to their best friends, their neighbors, their wives, their kids, their grandkids, and even the guy that cleans their pool. That's sales.
Nice. So he had an overlying message to his satire skit, which was play the long game and look after the client and do the right thing. That's what he was trying to do in sort of a funny way. Interesting skit. I like this guy. I'm going to give him a follow. Hey guys, just quickly, if you're loving this content and you're a real estate agent that's already thinking what it might be like to have your own real estate business and brand, then check out the show notes. There'll be a link to our Plum Partners website where you can leave an inquiry and me or one of my team members will reach out. We help agents to create, run, and grow their own real estate business and brand so they can earn more and set up a better future for themselves. So get keen, get in touch. Now let's get back to the episode.
3 reasons you shouldn't become a real estate agent. Number 1, you have no idea how to talk to people.
Oh,
so what I
is that
mean
right?
is you can't stand people and you hate social connections. And the thing is, the true business of real estate has nothing to do with the actual selling of the house.
You know what? That is so true. I hear so many people say, I want to get into real estate. I've always loved houses. I love architecture. My family's bought and sold many times. That's why I want to get into real estate. They're all the wrong reasons. The number one thing you need to be good at and must love, if you're going to be great at it, is be good with people and interacting with people all day, because that's all it is.
Second reason, you're looking for a great part-time job. If you think that you could build a real estate business and do it part-time, then you're an idiot. Go find another job to do part-time.
I like this girl. And it's true. You are an idiot if you think you can do part-time. You are never going to be able to compete with the full-time agents giving it everything, developing their brand, building market share. The bigger and better you are and the more business you do, the more you will get. And if you're trying to do this part-time, I don't think I've ever seen a part-time agent actually be successful. It's a joke.
The third reason you shouldn't become a real estate agent is because you think it's easy money. The truth is, it is an easy business if you know how to work it. And if you have zero intentions in building a real business, which requires time, investment, money, systems, then this isn't for you.
I love this lady. I'm giving her a follow. That was real advice. I totally accept and agree with everything she said. And real estate, it's not easy. What's not easy is being consistent over a long period of time. The actual work isn't that hard, but the consistency over a long period of time is the hardest part. All right, here we go. Number 6.
You see this house right here? It's owned by a family in Sydney, and developers kept offering them money so they can buy this lot and then build it out, right? And they decided not to sell. I think they got offers up to like 50 million, and they still said no. And you can see the developers started building around this house. And eventually, it's like everything except for that lot was filled with houses. Here's a view of the house after all the houses came up.
I've seen
It's
this.
just him in the middle. Everywhere else is just stacked and packed, and he's just out there.
I'm not sure if that's the smartest family alive or the dumbest family alive, but $50 million for a property like that is hard to say no to. But the question is it worth more now? I would say probably. If all of those other lots and houses around it are now worth a certain value, you could probably now just cut that whole thing up and sell it for $100 million. I'd love to meet that guy. He's probably like the smartest guy you've ever met. Here we go.
Number one mistake new salespeople make in selling. They want the people to buy. Now, one of the reasons sales is easy for me, I am not vested. I don't pretend I don't care if they don't buy. I actually don't care. Now, how can I say I don't care if they buy? I'm in sales. I'm out talking to people. I'm making presentations, but I'm saying I don't care if they buy. I'm saying I don't care if they buy because I understand a law.
I don't know if this is the number one mistake agents make, because I think most agents understand that if a buyer doesn't like a house, they're not going to buy it. And we don't stand there and try and convince or get upset if a buyer doesn't want to buy it. They just don't want to buy it. But let's see where this is going.
The law of averages. And the law of averages says out of every X number of presentations I do, I'm going to make Y number of sales. For everybody, that average is going to be different. So for some people, that law of averages is going to say, well, for every 10 presentations I make, I'm going to make
He's
one
talking
sale.
about listing presentations now, whereas before he was talking about people buying, but maybe he meant buying the service of the real estate agent. So, yeah, you don't care if people don't buy the house, but you care if they don't buy your service as a real estate agent. So he's kind of flipped it.
For another person, it's every 30. For one person, it might be for every 4 presentations I make one sale. Well, here's what's really cool. You can increase your average through a concept called pre-indoctrination. Pre-indoctrination sounds, ooh, but it's not. So think about the word doctrine. What does the word doctrine mean? The word doctrine means teaching. So doctrine means teaching that's inside them. So if you can teach them something about the result they desire, not about your stuff, not about your product, not about your offer, not about your service, but if you can teach them something about the transformation they're already looking for, before you make them the offer, the likelihood of them saying yes to the offer increases exponentially.
I realized he was talking about salespeople, not real estate people in general. Teach them something about their desired outcome and they will be more willing to go with you. Yeah, that can definitely relate. If you're able to, as a real estate agent, in a living room when you're presenting, teach them something about your process or even multiple things about your process, which is going to lead to an increase in price or an increase in the outcome, a better outcome for them, then they're going to feel more comfortable that you're going to be able to deliver the best result because you've taught them something that they didn't know before. All right, those are the reactions for today. Thank you for listening. I hope you got some good advice. I really agreed with a lot of the people that I saw today. Some actually good tips, not as many funny ones today, but yeah, some valuable insights. And I've got some new follows too. If you like this content or you want to share a piece of real estate content with me that I can bring up on my next episode, I'd love that because I'm always looking for other really good clips to show, or my producers are, and they're hard to find. So share one with me so I can do a comment about that. That would be awesome. Give this episode a like and a share or a comment. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you for tuning into the Get Keen podcast. If today's episode inspired you, please show your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And make sure you subscribe on your favorite platform too. Don't stop there. Join our community of forward thinkers by connecting with me on social media at Dan_Lee_Plum. I'm looking forward to exploring more strategies and insights with you on your journey to the top. Until next time, keep getting keen.